This article seemed pretty important to me now that we see these Xenobots coming out. I found this interesting article from this website right here. Will self-replicating Xenobots cure diseases, yield new bioweapons, or simply turn the whole world into gray goo? Interesting. I'm going to read through some of this article, and then at the end I'll tell you a little story about a personal experience that I had with gray goo, and I hope you watch to the end. If you have more gallons, I would love to hear from you if this has ever happened to you, but I'll save that for later. Right now, we'll just see what's going on here. In 2020, scientists made global headlines by creating Xenobots, tiny programmable living things made of several thousand frog stem cells. These pioneer Xenobots could move around in body fluids, and scientists claim they could be useful for monitoring radioactivity, pollutants, drugs, or diseases. So obviously, if they're gonna monitor diseases, they're gonna be in your body. Early Xenobots survived up to 10 days. Notice their terminology here: a second wave of Xenobots, created early in 2021, showed unexpected new properties. These included self-healing and longer life. Go figure. They also showed a capacity to cooperate in swarms. That's what we see with this black programmable matter. For example, by massing into groups. The latest advance brings scientists a step closer to creating organisms that can self-replicate indefinitely. Is this as much of a Pandora's box as it sounds? Yes, it is, and we do not consent. However, they're going forward. It doesn't matter what we think or what we want. They'll go forward as long as they can, until Jesus comes back, and then they're going to pay. Conceptually, human-designed self-replication is not new. In 1966, the influential mathematician John von Neumann discussed self-reproducing automata. Famously, Eric Drexler, the U.S. engineer credited with founding in the field of nanotechnology, referred to the potential of gray goo in his 1986 book, Engines of Creation. That might be something that somebody wants to check out. He envisioned nanobots that replicate incessantly and devour their surroundings. Oh, that sounds so great. Yes, transforming everything into a sludge made of themselves. So although Drexler subsequently regarded coining the term, his thought experiment has frequently been used to warn about the risk of developing a new biological matter. Too late, it's already been developed, and we're just seeing the little breadcrumbs they're giving us, because we know that they've been doing this for a long time, and they're not letting us see everything, but we do get to see the breadcrumbs that they're giving us. Looking into the future. Although Xenobots are not currently made from human embryos or stem cells, which that's what they're saying, of course, right? Because no way. They'd never try experimenting with that, with human embryos. No, no, no. Although they've shown us that they've experimented with human embryos all the time and stem cells. So why wouldn't they? It's conceivable they could be. Of course it is. They're already doing it. Their creation raises similar questions about creating and modifying ongoing life forms that require regulation. At present, Xenobots do not live long and only replicate for a few generations. Really? I don't believe that one bit. Still, as the researchers say, living matter can behave in unforeseen ways. So why are you doing it? Why are you experimenting with this? And these will not necessarily be benign. Of course they won't be benign. We should also consider potential impacts on the non-human world. Human, animal, and environmental health are intimately linked, and organisms introduced by humans can wreak inadvertent havoc on ecosystems. What limits should we place on science to avoid a real-life gray goo scenario? Real-life gray goo scenario. It's too early to be completely prescriptive, but regulators, scientists, and society should carefully weigh up the risks and rewards. No, we shouldn't even be doing this. I would recommend looking over this. I'll put the link in the description box for this article. So I'm not quite sure if anybody who has Morgellons this has happened to them or not, but there was a point in time where it was the amount of stuff that was coming out of me was just astounding. I would try and I hope this doesn't gross anybody out, but it's just my reality. It's just what I live with. So I was trying to get some fibers out, and the debris, there's a lot of debris that seems like crystalline structures, like glass, like black seeds. It's very, there's a lot of it, and so on my cheek, there was one that I was trying to get all the stuff out of, and I hit this. It seemed like a vein of black goo, and I started scraping it with my tweezers, and black goo started coming out. This was not blood. It was not the consistency of blood. It was the consistency of a sticky black goo, similar to what we see in these videos. It was gray. It was not completely black, but it was gray, dark gray. So it wasn't red. It wasn't blood colored. It was a sticky, dark gray goo that came out of my cheek. It has only happened that one time. It hasn't happened after. It scared me. It was the creepiest thing that I've ever been through. I've removed a lot of creepy things out of my skin, a lot of things that seem science fiction, but this was the creepiest. It was the creepiest, and praise God, it's never happened since, but it did happen, and I just wanted to share that with you. And thank you for watching. God bless you. If you have Morgellons, please tell me your stories, and let me know if this has ever happened to you.